Good afternoon. Welcome back to Hartwood Dunning in the stable studio. Let's hope this works. I'll just change cameras here for a second. There we go. So we're back in the workshop with an internet which is kind of working currently. Fingers crossed it keeps going. I've got some assistants in the background. I'll just bring them in now. Let you see who I've got. We have the wonderful Jo, and she's in Yorkshire Grit headquarters.
Afternoon.
So there may be a little bit of noise in the background there, but it'll be grand. Lynn's moving something. I don't know what he's moving. There he is. And we've got Terry from TJ Turning.
Hello, everybody.
Who's here to
Welcome aboard.
Both of them here to give me moral support. And let's have a look and see what we're going to turn today. Well, you guys are going to get to choose because I couldn't decide. So I'll just put you guys back in the background, and we shall go to the overhead camera. So I've got two pieces of wood ready, both the same kind of wood. This is a piece of ash which has been made round. It's 10 inches, 10.5 inches by 4 inches. I had two options with that, I think. One, I did actually think of making a nice vase and doing something with a bit of embellishing and whatever. Cut a bit off it to make it a shorter vase. I don't like great big tall vases. Maybe cut 4 inches off that and leave the top end for a box. But I have it prepared with a 10 on both ends, so you can do whatever you like. That's what you fancy. Or I have this nice piece of olive ash, which is 9.25 by 2.5, and it's got some nice grain pattern on it. There is a little branch inclusion just here, which is split, and the split runs over the edge to about here somewhere, so we'll have to turn that off, so that will become the bottom. Mounted on a faceplate ring, and again we'll do some texturing, etc. on that. So, your choice. You want to see me hollowing? You want to see me hollowing out a round piece, making a vase, or do we want to turn this bow?
So while they're choosing, I'll just read a few out. Terry Bartlett was the first in, apart from me and you, Brian. Rob Copperell. Chris Dodds is in. My chat's just jumped 60 feet. Hang on just a minute. Right, Eric Winkler's in. Ward Wilson.
Time, Terry.
Okay, I am. My chat just went straight off the screen.
I know.
Say Gary Glass. Gary Glass is in anyway. Twice. Roy's the boy. William Kenny. And Paul Houghton, the Greasby Turner, is in.
Hi, Paul.
Brian with a Y as a Brian El Tonero de Madeira is
yes.
in. Todd of Glencoe Woodworks is in. And so fifth and so five.
I'm going to give Joe the chance to say Brian's name again.
Wizardry by Colin is in. Jim Matthews is in.
Hi, Jim. Colin.
Dewey Shed is in. Andy from AGK Woodworks is in.
Hi, Andrew.
Let's have a look at the rest and think we're nearly there. I said Chris Dodds already, but yeah, Larry Nixon's in.
He is.
Florida. Hello, Larry.
Hi, Larry.
And that appears to be my list. So if I just scrolled up slightly to where you asked, who's doing what? Sid's Repurposing is in as well. And we've got so far, we got a vase, a bowl.
Did you say Wizardry by Colin?
I did.
He did.
I expected to see him first, but he wasn't there. So, yeah, I said Chris. I didn't mind you.
Jim Matthew?
Yep.
All right.
Read them all out again, Joe, and then we'll make sure.
No, I'm not there. I'm just trying to be helpful. Anyway.
Well, we got one. We got right. So we got one vase, two vases so far. A bowl, another vase. Vases are winning. Vase is winning so far.
Vase is winning, is it?
It looks like the vase is won, unless you want to give them any more time.
Yes. Go on, Beeps.
We'll go with the vase.
Vase it is. Oh, there's another bowl come in, so it's 3-2, 4-2.
No.
Ash at Kitey Shed is in. Yeah, 4-2 to vase. Okay, 10 seconds, people to type. Bowl, vase.
Take it back.
Bowl.
Oh, another bowl. Oh, good.
And it looks like vase has won it.
Gary Glass says a vase with colour and embellishing as we need some virtual distance practice. I need some virtual distance practice. Okay. Right, let's go with the vase then.
Vase it is then, team.
I mean, Gary says vase with colour and embellishing as I need some virtual distance practice.
Yeah.
Really? I just need some practice, let alone virtual
So
distance
we'll
practice.
use our SC4 chuck. Get that on the lathe. Spin it up a little bit and we'll pop this end in.
Plenty of word dancers in. Royce the boy has just said he came first in his club's novice competition. Again, that's 3 on the trot. Well,
Yeah, right.
obviously you're not
Well
a
done,
novice
right?
anymore, Roy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well done.
Oh,
Start
yeah.
putting it into the advanced section.
I think I might need a thing on this end. That's a stab center, a stab live center I've just put in there.
Does help, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does a bit. Yep. So get that in there. Turn that up. And as the good lady at Ruby advised me, you can't see it. Try and keep your curl as short as possible.
Yeah, definitely.
Stops the old floppy vibration.
Lewis, the
customers in.
just joins.
Hi, Lewis. So I've just pushed that in gently against the jaws. The jaws are not tight yet, so as it can find its own center. Push that in a little bit and then close the jaws up. So the tenon on this for an SC4 chuck is 48 millimeters. So that's that nicely, and it just needs to be straight. Doesn't need anything, any grooves cutting it or anything. So some people would cut a little groove in here, and according to record power, you do not cut a groove. Allow the chuck jaws to bite into the wood. That's what it's designed
It's got to bite in.
Yep.
If it starts to spin, just tighten it a bit more. Keep tightening it.
So that's that in. So what I'm going to do is reduce the size of this somewhat. But what first thing I'll do is I'll put a no cut line on it, which is something I'm terribly bad at, and I don't leave myself enough at this end.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave 1/2 inch there, and I'm not allowed to cut below that line except when I reduce the size of that towards the end. So that's going to be the base of the vase here. And we'll make the vase. Let's see.
Paul Houghton, the Greasby Turners, just said he's been to Axminster in Warrington and he's now considerably poor.
I'm going to make this so as I can leave myself a little bit of room up at this end to make something else out of this piece of ash. I'm going to make this just 6 inches tall. So a little 6-inch vase. Change my mind. 6.5 inches. Go with 6.5. That gave me a bit for a little bit of a lip. So now I have to get rid of this bit.
We got Joe to give us a little lip.
Joe's here. So I'll just use a parting tool in there to get rid of that. And I've got a variety of parting tools.
Watch it, bro.
I have this one, which is, let me see, where is my very nears? This is a record power parting tool, which is
The diamond
5 mil. So it's this one.
Right.
It's just kind of straight. So you got to bring your tool rest out a little bit so as it actually sits on the shank, not on the beveled edge. Let's bring it out just a little bit. So that's now sitting on the shaft itself rather than the beveled edge. We'll step over to one side, turn the lathe speed down, crank the lathe on, got my safety goggles on, turn the speed up. And that's turning at 1300 revs, that'll be enough. So we'll just cut this off.
Benjamin's in.
So we'll take that in about 5 or 6 mil, and then we'll add a little relief cut to it.
Okay.
So that it's not binding itself up. And I'm just going to take this in about sort of 7/8 of the way. And then we'll finish it off by hand on the saw. That's probably about enough. Stop that and we'll just saw our way through that. I just grab my little pull saw. Well, it's not so little, it's a great big pool saw. Giant thing.
Wow.
From Parkside. Came from Parkside, cheapest chips. And we can remove
What's
the
it
tail
called?
stop.
A pull saw.
It's a Japanese pool saw. So it
And
cuts
the
when you
blade
pull it.
faces towards
See,
it.
so
teeth
the
face
teeth are
towards
facing this way.
Ah, right.
So you pull the saw towards you to make it cut, push it away, and then pull it
Got you.
towards you to make it cut. On the other
Okay.
side, it's a push saw. But on the fine two sides, it's a pull saw. So I just kind of...
Pulling is better than pushing, because if you're pushing it jams, it bends the saw. If you're pulling, it doesn't. It won't
Correct.
jam.
Ah, that makes sense. Hodgepodge Woodworks is in. Good afternoon, Robert.
There we go, that's that. But
Harry.
that's that. So we've now got a little piece that we can use for a box or something later. Put that to one side. Perfect. Now let's put some kind of shape into this. Japanese pool saw back up on its...
Paul Findlay, we're turning it home, said, "Hi, Brian. Good to see
Hi,
you
Paul.
back up and running again."
Welcome back, mate. Welcome back. Thank you. So I'll just bring up the tail stock again, just to give us a little bit of support while I'm... doesn't need it, but we'll put it there anyway. It's always good to have it rather than not have it. Don't get brave.
Returning by Barry has joined us.
So,
Barry.
Hi, Barry.
Nice little shape. So I think I'll go for the fattest part of this bowl. This not bowl. Let's say vase. So the fattest part of the vase is about there somewhere. So I'm going to try and leave that and not cut that, or just a tiny little bit. So we'll use our spindle rough and gouge. I'm going to use my spindle rough and gouge to take this end down a bit from here down. So we'll have to start at this end and then work our way backwards. Just put the lathe on, start at this end, and just take nice gentle cuts. And we'll go into close up. I think, can we do close up there? Is that better?
Yep, got it.
Oh, yeah.
So you can see this tool makes a really nice cut. It's almost like a skew, a bent skew if you like. And if you just take your time and work your way backwards,
We cut in butter.
Yeah. Brilliant.
So if I could pick that shaving up, it's probably in one piece, that shaving. Great big long bits of shaving. So that's good.
Excellent.
Happy with that. So we'll take one more cut from the middle here. As a sort of finishing cut, if you like. And bring it in more towards the end. A little bit more in.
Are we texturing this one, Brian?
We certainly are.
Ooh. Indeed.
So I've got my prox on standing by, and I've also got my multi-tool standing by, which is not a Dremel. It's a Ryobi one, but it's the same thing. It's a fast spinning spindle, is what it is. So what we'll use on the other end then is I'm going to actually use a spindle gauge just to start this corner, just start in here, and this will start to get my shape right. Tool race moved a little bit there.
Royce the Boys has got a question for you, Brian. Is this your hashtag week piece?
No, it's not actually, but I've got the texturing thing in mind, but it could be. Depends how it goes. I have something else planned for the hashtag week as a video. We'll see how that goes.
Okay.
So this could be a standby.
This could be a standby piece. Now. So I just want to bring that in there now. Nice and gently. Now be careful once you get down into here that you don't catch the bottom wing and get a nasty big catch. So what I'm doing there is I'm rotating the face closed there. So it can sit in there quite happily now. It's completely closed.
You could always give yourself a relief cut on the other side as well.
I'm going to do that now, just in a second. So just in there like that. Now this was a no cut line, but then I've now established where the base is, so I can reduce this in size now. And I can just take that away. As Terry suggested, make a bit of a relief cut in there. And that'll allow me to get a bit further round into the bottom now.
Remembering where your no cut line was.
Well, I'm trying to keep this about an inch or so. So a little bit more around the corner.
Now, Rose the boy's got a question for you, Terry.
And that's about
Oh, what's up? Hello, Roy. When's Terry's workshop being sorted? I'm missing your lives. Oh, well, won't be long now. Another couple of years. Should be fine.
Another couple of years. Listen to him, would you? So that's the basic shape, guys. That's quite happy with that shape now.
Lewis says the no cut area is a potential foot.
Yeah, it could be, Lewis, yeah, and it might be a foot yet, you never can tell. I'm just taking my time today, guys, so I'll have a little drink of tea here.
I know Ben's asked who's fighting about Joe Terry. It's me. I'm not, but I'm at YG Central, so
they're making grip. So
yeah, unfortunately, it's all happening around me. So I do apologise.
Yeah. It's fine, Joe.
It needs to be done.
You hear the sound of Yorkshire grip being made as well.
Yeah, there you go. So,
the bonus.
Do I want to try and finish that with a skew? No, don't. Put the skew away again. I got you thinking there, haven't you? Well, I'll go and lift my tool rest up a bit, and I'll just try and finish that.
Finish it with a skew, but one-handed.
Yeah, right there.
The left hand.
With my left hand, yeah, I will. Right, let's just try and do a little cut around that corner and down into there. See how this works. If this goes terribly wrong, it's Terry's fault.
Oh, it won't, provided you don't lift the bevel off. Part of the texture, and anyway, if you get a nice ring around it. Keep pushing forward as you move.
Yep. Oh.
Hey, look at that, that's perfect.
There we go. Ooh, it's like a baby's bum now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Happy with that.
I can't ever remember putting a baby on a lathe and turning it, but yeah, I know what you mean. Smooth as.
Right, so we'll give that
Yes,
I don't think I'll even go to sand that. I'm going to actually
really?
what I might do is just hollow it now. No, I'm going to leave it now because I'm going to use the Proxon on the outside of that, and then I might even burn it.
Would it be better to use the Proxon first before it's hollowed, just in case?
I was thinking maybe going through though in some places.
Oh, okay, no problem. Well, then you could hollow it, and you could see it where you're going through.
Yeah, I think I'll hollow it first.
Okay.
That's the plan. So let's get something to start the hollowing process. Set that over there, and we'll get a Forstner bit from somewhere. A box of Forstner bits, and we'll use our biggest one, which is 40mm. Still leaves me a whole lot to hollow out, but that'll do. Jacob's chuck.
Excellent.
Yeah. Oh, you really think I'd used that before? So what I'll do with this Jacob's chuck is, because it won't go all the way in, it's not long enough.
Well, your Forstner bit's not long enough.
The Forstner bit's not long enough. What I will do is I'll drill it in as far as I can up to the chuck, and then we'll hollow a bit of the outside, and then we'll be able to get the chuck further in. So we'll try that and see how that goes. But it just takes a little less time. So turn the speed away down. switch it on. Around 500 red somewhere. So that's 532. And we'll just hold it, just push that in there.
Hodgepodge is, well, he says he expected a lot more cussing in the background while making a Yorkshire grit.
Oh yeah, but why would we cuss? We've got it off to a fine art.
Yeah, perfect now. Baz is in. If somebody must have told him that you're going to burn this piece. Hello, Baz.
Hi, Baz. So there's no real need to hold on to your chuck while you're going in the way.
I'll turn the camera the other way so we can see the end.
Oh, sorry. That camera better?
Yeah.
Maybe that one would be better. Give you a bit more of a wide angle view. So as you're coming in, as you want to come back out, you need to hold the chuck in case it pulls itself out of the Morse taper. Okay. So I'm just holding the chuck and pulling backwards with my left hand.
And what speed are you going at?
It's 500 reps. 500, well, so it's actually 484.
Okay.
But anything around.
And then I can advance this in again now. So it catches. Again, I'm trying to keep this, the quill as short as possible. Not overreaching it.
Greg Alexander's popped in. Hello, Greg.
Hi, Greg.
So now I'm up to the body of the chuck. I'm going to withdraw it again. I'm just going to slide it out. Just to clear the sawdust. And that 40mm bit goes all of it can get inside that. So I can take that all the way in. Being really careful not to jam up the shavings that's in there. So you've got to be careful and then withdraw it again. Make sure all the shavings come out. I can do it
actually,
again.
if you stuck a little cutter in one of the holes that you put the key in, that cutter would take it bigger again.
It could, aye.
Is this going to be decorative or practical?
A bit of both. That'll probably be a bit practical because you'll be able to put dried flowers and stuff in it. But it'll be more decorative than practical, as most vases are.
Okay.
So that's as far in as I can go for now. So we'll just withdraw the, take that out, remove the Jacob's chuck and set it over there for now. And we shall try and hollow this out a little bit. Turn that round, pop that in there. And I'll use my, I've got a Simon Hope Pro Hollower, which I'll start this off with. Turn the speed up again. And we'll just nibble away here.
I can't believe such a small tool can do so much.
Yeah, no, it's only a 6mm cutter, and it kind of eats it.
Yeah.
So that's me out to about where I want to be. And I can just hollow that out now.
Doug Miller says he's got his hashtag piece done yesterday. He should post the video later today. Pictures are on Facebook and Instagram a bit later, and he'll be doing more of them. Oh,
it's all a bit noisy, that. Just check that was tight.
Yeah, I think it's just the length over the lathe.
Yeah, just this.
Yeah. Have you checked your cutter, by the way, Brian? It might need a return.
It's just what I was thinking there, Terry. It doesn't seem to be very effective there. I think what I'll do is I'll give it a quick quarter of a ton.
Ben says, Brian, use your little fingers to support it. Works well. Lewis is saying, what is hashtag week? I was away and missed it. Isn't
hashtag
it?
Week is hashtag texturing.
Texturing. Oh, wow.
So anything you like, as long as it's textured.
There we go. So if I go at that, if it doesn't work, we'll have to change cutters completely.
That's just a vibration over the lathe, isn't it? It's because of the length of it.
That's right. I get down further inside it. If I could get that tool rest out, that tailstock out of the way, might be a good job.
Terry Bartlett says, Will there be any singing today? We'll see if I can get it broadcast around the pole.
Of course, he's on holiday, isn't he? Terry's on holiday. In Egypt somewhere, I think. Laying by the pool.
Well, that is terribly noisy.
Gary Glass says he won't be back in time for hashtag week, but looks forward to seeing what everyone else does. And Lewis says, I've got no texturing tools here unless I put a helix on my skew. It doesn't matter what you use, Lewis. Yeah. You can use a spoon or a fork. It's entirely up to you.
Actually, if you sharpen a fork, that makes exactly the right lines parallel. There's texturing. If you skew the fork slightly, you get narrow lines.
That is vibrating more than I would like it to vibrate.
Not much you can do about it. I don't think it's a cutter.
Oh, let me try something else.
You see, it just shows you how little I know. Skew helix are accidents, Joe. I was being silly, believe it or not. Yeah, but I don't know that. I don't know.
If you could perfect the catch, Lewis, then the skew helix could be a real good texture.
Ben says, Hodge, why don't you get that useless beaver of yours to do some texturing with his teeth?
Oh, no, useless beaver. Back to this again, because it's working best.
Starting a rift now, useless beaver.
I didn't think the beaver was useless.
Brought back in this
country now. The beaver was the start of the show.
Yeah.
I think it's where I might need a #1 hauler, is that? That's the latest.
Wow.
The latest sort of hashtag type thing, isn't it?
I don't know.
Try bringing that
I think the difference over the lathe is a bit. That's true, though, Hodge. He says, Robert says if it was an SK114 holding that, the piece would be rock solid. You got a point.
It would, would it?
Yep. Roy's the boy has said he thinks Steve said that the texturing week, hashtag I'll take it, was any texturing other than texturing wheels. I didn't know that. Anything other than texturing wheels.
Well, Steve's comment on Sunday was try to be a bit more adventurous and see what you can think about to use to add texture. I mean, Robert Sorby and Simon Hope and all these guys who went to a lot of trouble to give us nice tools to texture with. But can you make something of your own? Well, as this is just my first piece back after being off for a while, I'm going to use the tools I've got currently. The other piece I have planned will involve different kinds of texture.
Broken glass. Knife and fork. Actually, not doing a bad job texturing the inside of that, the vibration.
Well, both Gary and Colin have said that perhaps the steady rest would prevent that noise.
I think I'm up against a knot or something there as well. I don't know, there's something going on in here. There's no knot there.
And Chris Dodds is saying, Brian, the animals are taking over as stars. You better watch out for that blue mouse.
Oh, this guy here.
Maurice.
Maurice, the mouse.
Roger Kent is in.
Oh, Roger.
Good afternoon, Roger.
Benjamin said he's still waiting, Brian, for you to incorporate an horseshoe in something.
Oh, okay.
That could be interesting.
That's actually not that difficult a job. I'll do that.
Yeah. Robert wants to know if you're feeling okay, Brian, because he says you're letting the table at the back there get a little untidy.
Oh, this table at the back?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all projects. That's the project table.
Ah.
That's what's happening. That's what's coming next.
Larry Nixon is in.
I'll show you that in a minute if you want.
I'm going to make a funny mascot for Larry.
I have to say that hollowing is not the most entertaining thing in the world.
No, it's done that. That'll be done.
Larry Nixon is saying I need to make a bunny mascot for my lathe. Why a bunny?
Good now.
Yes, Barry. We're journeyings by Barry says he's thinking he might get the Stratos FU 230. Is it a good lathe or not? It is.
It is a very good lathe.
All
That's
the
Mike Walt.
Stratos are a great lathe.
Mike Walt will tell you he loves it. Is the FU he's got or the XL? So we're just going to draw this a little bit further in now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push that in until I feel it catching on the bottom. Resetting this to 0. And then see how far that is. So I can afford to go another inch or two yet.
Oh, that's good of you,
Speed
Larry.
down again.
Larry's been in rabbit rescue for 20 years. Gary's asking, did you not do a piece previously incorporating a horseshoe, Brian?
I had a piece which was my logo, was mounted on a horseshoe.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
But I've changed that since, but have no fear, guys. I've got some horseshoes. I will do something.
Christos says we're waiting for the inside to be bigger than the outside.
So that's me down. That's an extra inch in there, guys. So we'll have a look at that.
You want some weight in the bottom, won't you?
Yep.
Wow.
We'll measure that now and see what that's like. Let me just give that a quick blow out with this. I'll put a depth gauge on it. Where is my proprietary depth gauge? Here it is. We'll see where that goes. Oh, that's fine. That's just down to about the flatness of the. So I can go down another half an inch yet, if I can get it. We want the bottom to be heavier. So down to 50 mil if I can get it.
Bodge says, is that duct tape on your tail stock?
This here, yeah. And I'll explain that in a minute, Bodge. Axminster and the Wisdom have made a complete mess of this. But I'll explain it now.
You've taken off the top cover.
No, I haven't. No, I took the cover off there, yeah.
Yeah. I
Because
still
it
got
fell.
mine on.
Yeah, but it basically fell off.
Lack of maintenance.
Right, so that's me down 2 inches. Now, I have to bring this out carefully because I can't hold on to that now. Just at the minute. But now I can. So we'll pull that out. And that's that bit done. Oh. Quill's extended a little bit further. I'm still trying to wind it back in.
That's the trouble with a nice long quill. It takes a long time to wind it back in.
It does. So there is the offending bit of duct tape. So this piece of duct tape is actually holding the little battery cover on the measuring gauge on because it keeps falling off. Bad design by our friends at Exmouth.
Should have sent the lathe back and asked for another one.
I should have.
The warranty.
Doug Miller's asking, Brian, what are you doing with horseshoes? And then he laughs. Very funny.
You'd wonder, eh? I don't actually. None of my horses have horseshoes. I bought a box just to make decorative stuff with.
Ah. They are mighty heavy.
But you wear them, Joe?
No, but I used to deliver them when I was a courier. And each box, it was just so heavy to lift.
They come in batches of like 24 or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Hated it. As soon as if I spotted a box of them, I used to think, oh no.
Right, we're getting a bit far over that now, so what we'll do is we'll use our I forgot what you call it now.
Internal rest.
No, this.
Oh.
I'm going to use
Robert Sorby Steady.
Robert Sorby Steady Pro, it's called. They changed the name of it just to confuse everybody.
Oh, well, that's good one.
Just lock that in there and then screw that on. Make sure it's nice and tight.
Oh, it's a bit tight thread.
It's got a, yeah, it is a bit tight. There's
nylock on there.
I'll just turn that round so the roller bar is facing the front. So the low bar is the tool rest, if you like. I'll bring that up to the line, which is there. Lock that off. And line it up. Right there somewhere. And that means this can hold the tool now, because all I have to do now is hold this up. Rather than me having to try and hold the tool down, I'm holding it up against the two rollers. And it should do the holding work for me.
Lovely.
Excellent.
No effort.
So it makes life so much easier. I wonder if it'd be better from that camera.
Oh yeah, that's a nice clear picture.
Is it strange that holding the tool up against the bar rather than holding it down?
It is completely counterintuitive, because normally you'd be pushing down with your forearm on it, you'd be putting your arm on it here somewhere and trying to get it to stay down. It's strange to begin with.
Looks a lot easier to use though.
It's a whole lot easier to hollow, guys. There's no work involved at all now. So now I'm just trying to do a little bit of finesse on the edges, just to make sure it's kind of smooth on the inside.
Brian's internet is holding up well, Ben.
That's naughty bin.
Oops. Right, let's have a little look in there and see what the edges are like. I'll have a little look, you know, we'll see. I'll just tidy up a little bit as I go along. Only joking, guys. Only joking. Right, so that's not too bad. Quite happy with that. Let me just get a little tool that I can run in there. I'll use this little spindle, guys, just to see from the bottom. There's a couple of little ripples in there, but I'm not going to worry about them. I'm going to use a different tool. I'll use this. This is what I normally use. It's a Robert Sorby Sovereign System with a French Curve HSS high-speed steel cutter. And I just pop that in here. It's the same width bar, so it sits in there just nicely. And I just use that to try and smooth off this edge now. The only issue with this is you have to have it a little bit further back because of this knurled edge. So we'll just finish off the opening first.
And work your way down.
And I'll just work my way down nice and slowly. I find this is much easier to control than those little Simon Hope cutters because the Simon Hope cutters are pretty aggressive.
They get it removed quick, but like you say, really aggressive.
What do you say there, Terry?
They remove a lot of timber very quickly, but
oh, they do.
It is aggressive.
Yeah, yeah. So that's me just trying to get curve the bottom there. You're basically doing all of this just by feel.
Now Gary's asking, is the cutter cutting on the horizontal there, Brian, or angled down?
I have to ask that in a minute.
Sorry, Joe, do you want to ask me something?
Yeah, Gary's asking, is the cutter cutting on the horizontal there, Brian?
Yes.
Or angled down?
No, I've got it.
It's horizontal, isn't it? Yeah.
You can see it there. Oh, you can't see it from there. Let's go to the close-up camera. We'll put it over that side so you can see it. So the cutter, when it goes through there, is at that angle. Now, you could easily adjust that cutting angle by turning this little knob and then rotating it. But I just leave it horizontal. You can see how it would come right down through the middle of the bowl or the vase there.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of feeling that edge. Is all you're trying to do there. Just if you're doing this freehand, you would angle the cutter more because it would make it easier. But because I'm using this steady wrist,
yeah,
there is no pressure on me at all. And that actually feels like it's good.
Just for those that may or may not be interested, Prince Charles, Camilla, and the Duke of Cambridge have travelled to Balmoral to see the Queen. Be with
Yeah.
her.
I think
Well,
the
that doesn't
Queen's.
look good.
I think the Queen's not looking good, guys. I'm afraid.
No,
It's
there was
not
a
looking
picture
good.
of her yesterday, and I thought to myself, she's looking very frail.
Very, very frail looking yesterday. Yeah.
Well, they've travelled up by the look of it. So.
Yeah. This could be a bad day.
Has she worsened overnight then?
I don't know, but she's under medication apparently earlier.
Medical supervision.
Medical supervision is what they said earlier. So things are not looking good. That's quite good there. I've got about a quarter of an inch wall there, all the way down as far as I can feel. But I think it's good. So next, Prox on the outside. So I've got my little Proxon standing by here. This is the Proxon. Go there. I will go to close-up camera. So there's a little Proxon. I have long necked angle grinder. And I'm going to put my tool rest in because I'm going to try and make some sort of reasonably straight cuts on this.
Can I just ask you a question, Brian?
Yes, you can.
How thick is the rim? Is the wall of your vase?
The wall of the vase is about a quarter of an inch thick.
Okay.
Let me just measure that. It's maybe even less than that. There you go.
3/16.
It's 5 mil. So it's 5 mil at the rim there, and it's pretty much consistent as far down as I can get my thumb and finger. Pretty much the same all the way down. So what
Rex B would like to know how much is the Proxon with its bits, accessories.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's expensive.
Is it?
Yeah, it was expensive. Why should I just do this freehand?
Everything's expensive.
So I'm going to leave a smooth bit at the bottom. And I'll put a highlight ring in here, and I'm going to do something about here. And I'm going to.
If you want straight lines, then you need to use a tool rest, Brian.
You do.
Because you will make one mistake and it'll be gone.
Yeah, I don't think I want straight lines, but I want it kind of randomish. But I kind of want it somewhat.
Ben suggests you could draw the lines to follow, but if you want them random, just plow ahead.
I think what I'll do is not maybe the better. I think what I'll do is I'm going to start about here. And I'm just going to run that up there. And it's not quite straight, it's just slightly off the angle. But what I've done is I've got the tool. Can I go there? I've got the tool here in against my ribs. And I'm just bringing the tool in and just rotating my body is all I'm doing. So just a bit like using your chisel. So we're keeping it at the same angle all the time.
Michael McEwen's just joined us.
Happy Thursday, Brian, Joe, Terry, and all in the chat.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Michael.
I might actually make myself a little jig for doing this kind of thing. Yeah, Wayne has loads.
And it would be straight line then, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but then it's not
spontaneous.
Benjamin actually said draw lines to follow.
Yeah, you could do that too, yeah.
But it's still unsteady, isn't it, really? Because you're still relying on you having a steady hand.
If it wasn't live and I was wanting to get on with it, I probably would have been. But I'm just doing this quick demonstration for you guys. Just to let you see.
It sounds like the lines are all in order.
I'll go put another one in here. We're pretty much too close together there. But we'll add a few more in.
Robert's saying, I saw in a book where Phil Irons did this with the lathe spinning.
Well, you could.
You get scallops, then it would scoop it out, wouldn't it? The roundness of the blade. The lathe is spinning.
You don't need to be perfect.
Just different.
Yeah, unique.
Well, that's what art is, really, isn't it?
Yep.
You're taking a theme and then adding something to it or taking something away. That's what most art is, anyway.
Ben says, I think Brian should try it for science.
Thanks, Ben. One more.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, it's 10 to 2.
Oh, already? My God.
Yeah, already.
Shocking. I'll just put the props on over there out of the way, and I'm just going to quickly sand this.
Don't time fly when you're having fun.
Blast. Well, it's the hollowing thing. It takes forever. You want the camera changed now? Oh, yeah. Sorry. Back to overhead again.
That's it.
Ben actually suggested that if you're going to make a jig, maybe make one that could do spirals. That could be interesting if he's been serious.
Yeah, he's being serious.
Well, you know, I don't know anything else. Bam.
Just take that tool rest out my way a minute, because I want to get round this corner a bit.
Gary says it doesn't need to be perfect. That suits my style of turning then, lol.
Well, I'm just giving this a quick run on the outside.
Everyone
just
unique.
To take most of the fuzzies away, because the next thing I'm going to do is burn it. How about that?
Terry Bartlett's having to leave. He said he's cooking, boiling at the moment, where he is by the pool, so he's going to go into the pool, I take
Bye,
it.
Terry.
Oh, enjoy, Terry.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut some more in here so as I can get round the corner. I'll use my spindle gauge again and just cut this a bit more further around this corner. Take away this again. Why does that thing keep moving?
You didn't tighten it up.
Oh, I had, Terry.
Yeah.
Didn't tighten it enough, obviously. I'll just get rid of all this now. We don't need it. Bring our tool rest back a little bit to there.
Roy's the boy reckons you're going to do overtime today because make up for lost YouTube errors.
Make up for lost time, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to put a foot on it?
No. It's going to be footless. So there is where the base is going to be. I just want to get enough in there so I can get the sander in. The sander off.
Tool.
And I'll use my little parting tool, as Terry just suggested, to take that off.
Now, Gary says, tell you what, that looks pretty damn good from here, but then I'm a long way away, lol. God, there's some jokers in this chat, isn't there?
Oh, there is, isn't there? Funny guy, Gary, funny. Right, so I need a texture line now, because I want to put something between here and here now. So we'll just add a couple of little texture lines with my skew on its side. So just about there somewhere. And then down to here.
Ooh.
Excellent, that'll do. Turn that extractor off.
Looking good so far.
Right, so this top half is getting burnt. I'm just about to do that now. So I've got my fire extinguisher standing by in the corner there. And I'm going to move that out of the way. I'm actually going to put a board up there just for now. Extraction is off currently, and I'm just going to open the door of my workshop and wedge it open.
Here comes the Bernie people.
Just in case I have to make a sharp exit out the door.
We can all watch it burn except you then.
I'll run away and you can watch it burn. Correct. So we'll just burn this along this edge and not get rid of any of the fuzzies in there.
Yep.
And if it actually, if it catches fire and at the end, I'm quite happy with that too. So just there.
I'm not keen on fire.
You're not?
No.
I love it. My mother said I should have been an arsonist.
My mum once left a candle burning in the night once when I was younger, and we ended up with a small fire. Only small, but it put me off the flames.
Well, I can tell you a story about that. My son actually set fire to my garage. Not Matthew now.
Todd,
it's a bit on fire.
Todd said the internet finally works and Brian ends up burning the shop down.
JP Woodwork is in.
Jamie.
Hi, JP.
JP likes this kind of stuff. He likes burning.
Oh, another one. Oh, look at it glowing.
So I burnt 11 daylights out of that. Now I'm going to use, just let it cool down a little
Rex wants to know why you haven't done the inside.
I'm not burning the inside. No,
Mike Walsh just joined us. Hello, Mr. Walt.
Hi, Mike. I have the sandy inside yet, guys. I'm not going to part this off because I've got all the sanding to do yet. So that's why I haven't burned the inside yet. What was I looking for there?
You can make it a two-parter.
I've got a soft wire brush here.
JP says it's good to see you back.
Thanks, JP. And I'm just going to brush this off now. I was waiting until all the embers had kind of disappeared there. And I'm just checking that, make sure they are away before I put my extraction on. But the last thing we want is embers down in the extraction system.
Spray it with water.
I could spray it with water, but I don't think I need to. I think we're good. We're good. So I'm just going to give this a brush now.
That'll get your heart rate up.
Yeah, it does a bit.
Larry Nixon says, have you thought about doing any Christmas ornaments? Because he could do with some ideas and techniques.
Yes, Barry. I've got these are my little blanks that I use for Christmas baubles. These ones are for Christmas trees and Santa Clauses. So they'll be coming up shortly. There'll be a video on them shortly. Maybe next week we'll do some of that.
JP reckons he always puts his embers out with methylated spirits.
That's a great idea, JP.
Burns the walls. Don't go through the side, Brian.
No danger of that. No danger. I just want to get right down at the bottom of the grooves. That's why I'm kind of attacking this so hard. Might add a bit of colour to this too.
Black. Hodgepodge wants to know, did the inside burn at all through, you know?
No.
Cool.
Not at all, buddy. I'll let you see that in a moment. Remember that the inside is not finished. It has to be... So now I'm going to sand that again. I'm going to sand this back a little bit. Particularly at this end, to get rid of the black.
I thought, Christ. Just nailed it in one go.
I don't know yet, Roy. I might do.
What did Roy say?
Am I going to the all-day demo at Ely?
An all-day demo, really?
Didn't know it was on. Now I do, I might. How far is Ely from me? Wonder.
So sanding this now will lighten up the outsides, but leave the dark in the cuts that we've made. Just to give it a little bit of a different look. There we go. Making some mess in my workshop though.
Whoa. Cleaning this afternoon then, Brian.
So we'll be cleaning ahead, yeah. Right, that's that bit done. So now I need a bit of texture in here, and we're just going to use a texturing tool for that. And my mini texturing tool is over here. And we'll just use a little bit of texture around the edge of that, just to see what we get.
I haven't thought about that, JP, yet. I'll think about it.
JP saying now?
Yeah, they might go into Yandos on the 10th, but that's way away from, you know.
Yeah, Jimmy has. Jimmy, you got a link for that, mate? You're demonstrating at Yandos, are you?
Yeah, put a link in. I can't do links here. The way I've got machine set up, I have to switch off the chat to do it.
So that's just a little bit faster. It's 600 instead of 500, so I'll turn that down again. And we'll just do that same swoop again. Let's have a look at that, see what that looks like. Oh, it's quite a nice little spiral. Quite happy with that. Again, a little bit of sanding.
Or just being cheeky. Well, that looks great. You should just throw that straight in the fire.
No.
Who said that?
Robert.
That's Robert from Hodgepodge, is it?
Yeah.
Thanks, Robert. Appreciate your support, mate.
We expect that, of course.
don't expect anything other than that, of course. There we go. So now we need a little bit of colour on this, I think.
And Mike Wog says it's so hard to be effectively sarcastic when you can't talk, only in the chat.
Yeah, I know, eh? You lose all the inflection.
Terrible, Mike, and we can all talk about you.
Airbrush. Wild.
Gordon JP, then Mark's demonstrating, and as well as Emma and Jim Overton.
Mark.
And JP. It looks like it. Yeah, it
Oh,
does.
cool. I didn't know Mark was. Kept that quiet.
It'd be nice to see Jim.
Unusual for him to keep it quiet, though.
What are you trying to say, Terry? So we'll use different to what everybody else does. Everybody else goes black to red. I'm going to go red to black. How about that?
Nothing
Just for
wrong
the
with
fun of it. If I can find it. I might actually use red and plum. So Ruby.
What about purple and blue?
Haven't got any purple. Sorry, Joe. No purple.
Okay.
Worse than that, I can't get it.
Oh.
Ah, jeez, I can't get the top of his bottle.
Jamie's just said, yeah, Mark, the gentleman wood turner is demonstrating. He said, and he's made him, Jamie's made him a resin blank.
Oh, it has, yeah.
Yellow. Just happens to be yellow and black.
It happens to be yellow and black. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I heard them saying that yesterday on Waynesley. That would be hilarious. Yandles is very place too, where the yellow and black went wrong.
Yeah. Mike Walt saying the ARPTs are Sly Bunch, Terry. They are, I think.
Oh, Sly Bunch, are they? Okay.
Yeah.
Right, let's try this now.
That's quite nice. I had a bean cheese and sausage.
Oh, look, we've got some paint. Or some
Craig's
intrinsic colour stain, this is. So we're going to go from red at the bottom.
Awesome.
Lewis would like you to go back to the place where you finished hollowing because he's at a conference call and missed all the rest.
All right. Well, it's on YouTube, Lewis. You can always watch it.
We have been known to eat 6 of them between us.
Lewis is saying, oh, everyone should send Mark your yellow and black blanks. Yeah.
Good thought.
Cunning
JP's saying Glyn.
Yeah, we can hear him. Apparently he had 6 of those. He's been known to eat 6 of them, he was telling his mate.
I think I'll do a little bit more red up there. A little bit more red up there like that. And then I'm going to change that at the top.
Black.
No, I'm going to change it to honey.
Yeah.
So I've got red fading into black there, and then it will fade back out into honey.
Oh, it was an extra one.
If I was you, though, I would have the lathe spinning, Brian. Get more even coat.
Why have I got orange?
I don't know.
Why would I need the lathe spinning, Terry?
So you get more even finish as you go up with the brush. You get more even finish with the spray, and you can control the depth of color by going in or out with the gun. Closer you go, the deeper the color.
Is that
further away you go. Yes, perfect. And you can control the speed you do it in. Gives an even layer. Just
I'm not convinced I like doing that, Terry.
okay.
You like to be in control.
Yeah, that's it done. That's all the colours again.
Right.
Just cleaning
And
a
lacquer
little
it?
brush there. I think what I'll do is I might, because I'm still to finish the inside, I might just lemon oil it or oil it for now, and then lacquer it later.
Okay.
Sanding sealer first, though, or sure, just oil it. Some lemon oil.
Mike Wald is saying that it looks really beautiful, Brian. You have hidden talents, mate. They're so far hidden.
You
haven't
can't find
them
them.
yet.
I know. I was waiting for that. Listen, no more than I expect from the wall. So we'll just put some lemon oil on this for now, just to kind of highlight this for you.
Terry Bartley's back because he's all chilled out now with a beer in his hand.
Is there any lemon oil in there? There is. Wow, that's fairly soaking that up. Let me pour some in there. I think I need a new tub of lemon oil as well.
Starting to dry out, was it? Nearly finished.
Have I missed something here? I thought you were putting black on it.
It's on it.
You
Can
don't
you see the black, Joe?
You don't see the black?
I just, well,
It's burnt.
I thought. Oh, I see, yeah.
I wasn't adding any black colour to it. I was just
burning it.
There's enough black in there with the burning.
Got you. I thought you were going to have black to it for some reason. I don't know where I got that from. Ignore me. It's end of week.
Is it?
I did mention black, but I said it would just be No, red into black and then up to honey. Because the black's already there.
Mike Waltz here watching Brian because he wants to learn how to do colour.
Yeah, watching the wrong guy. You better go and watch Sugar, innit?
You might like to use some masking tape next so you can learn how to do that as well.
Oh, you want me to show you how to use masking tape, Mike? You can do that.
Get me own back, Mike. We can all get our own back now.
Right, there we go. That's some nice lemon oil on that. Just let that soak in a minute. I could turn that extractor off instead of wasting thousands of pounds.
Yeah.
Thousands of pounds on what? Electricity?
Electricity, yeah.
Well, according to our new PM, they're capping it to £2,500 instead of 4,000 something.
Yeah. See how that goes, I think.
They're just robbing us blind. So then.
Yep. There we go. Nice little vase. So I'm going to leave that on there, guys. So I'm not going to do any more than that today. It's 2:10. This will be finished off the lathe, I'm afraid. It will get lacquered. I'm going to lacquer the outside of that. And the
finished
inside
off YouTube, you mean?
Yeah, finished off YouTube. Yeah. I'll sand the inside, and then I'll just take it off the lathe for now. I'll just mark it so you can see it. Doesn't matter. Pencil. Where is my little Sharpie? Just put a Sharpie in there between jaws 1 and 2. Jaw 1, jaw 2. There's the joint, so mark that. You can see that there. Just mark that joint.
Mark the foot. That's not going to be a foot as well.
No, it's not going to be a foot.
Yeah, just mark that one as well, that bit.
What, this bit? You mean this bit? Just so
you
I
can
don't
see as well.
Just so as I don't make it a foot then, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, well, if you rub it off one, at least you have on the other part.
Yeah, well, that the inside bit is where the tannin is, so in between the jaws. So we'll just take that off now, like you see it. Open the jaws, Brian. That way. Take that off. And we'll go to this camera in a second. Pop this up.
Look at the colour on that, Chuck.
Right.
I know, good, isn't it? There. Let's go to. Let me just drop that camera down a fraction. About there. Try that. There we go. Down a little bit more. There we go. Stick Maurice in there. So there's one little vase, guys. A little bit of texture on it using the Proxon. You can see it. Just see the coming up. And we've done the bottom, a little bit of texture on the bottom as well. This will look really nice once it's been lacquered.
Yeah, well.
So I'll bring it back on. I'll bring it back and show you it when it is done. There's the inside. You can't quite see it down in the inside, but the inside's hollowed out all the way at the bottom. So that's that little project. 2/3 completed.
Cool.
Let me bring in my earworms again. Oh, there we go. So thank you guys for what's this? I have a.
He's just saying.
Thought
about making it upside down and make it. Shush face.
Good idea, JP. Good idea, JP. I've already been asked to do something incorporate a horseshoe, but I'll do that too. That looks like a good idea. So there we go, guys. Thank you very much for coming in to see me today. The internet worked. Yay!
Stephen the Wood Dude's in. He said, nice to see you back, Brian.
Thank you, Stephen. This actually might get a lid with a fancy. This could get a nice lid with a fancy finial too, you know.
It could. It could.
The world's your oyster.
I enjoyed that.
World's your lobster.
So thanks very much, guys, for coming in. I'm going to go to that camera. That's the wrong camera. Bring that up there. There we go. Thanks very much for coming in, guys. I really do appreciate it. It's good to be back. I just hope the internet keeps going. Thanks to Joe for coming in and looking after you guys in the chat, and to Terry. And,
no problem, Brian, anytime. You know that.
Hopefully on Monday night, guys. If I've got an engineer coming on Monday to check the last bit of line between the road junction is as far as they could check it. Now they need traffic lights to come on Monday to check the underground piece of cable and then the cable to my house, and then that should be them done. But currently it's running at 25 megabits
There's
down
nothing wrong with that.
and 5.6 up. So I'm not going to complain about that as long as it continues, or I will be complaining. So thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you again. Who's on? What day is this? This Thursday. Wayne's not on tomorrow. Sure, he's not. Wayne's off tomorrow.
He's not. No.
I think he's heading down with JP to.
Steve's
Yanders.
on tomorrow night, isn't he?
Steve's on tomorrow night.
Maybe on Saturday.
I'm not sure who's on Saturday.
Jamie's on Saturday.
Who's on Saturday? Jamie and Jake are on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I'm not sure if Wayne's
Steve
on as
will
well.
be back on Sunday again. But we'll keep you up to date on Friday if you pop in on Friday, guys.
Yeah.
Right, we're done. So I'm going to press the button, and
see you all again.
I'll see you personally again all on Monday.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for joining, Brian.
Right, bye, guys. Thanks very much.
Bye.